Hello, Kinder Caretakers. Happy Monday, day number 26 for NTI packets. I will be updating our class website today with all of the video links that you will need. So if you've started NTI packets for today and you're like, it's not on the website, I am so sorry. I will get them there and get them posted for you. But I've been reaching out and contacting each of you. I've been going down my list. If you have not received a phone call from me or we've not messaged on Facebook, if I couldn't get a hold of you by phone call, I'll be trying you again this week. But some of the common things that I have heard from all of you is that, number one, you want to know how everybody else is doing. You are not alone in struggling with NTI packets. I've gotten some text messages and some comments and posts that have been asking. I hope everybody else is struggling with this as much as I am, and they are. So don't feel alone. Know that we are all in this together, and even as a kindergarten mom doing NTI work at home, I am occasionally on that struggle bus, and I have an elementary education degree. So teaching your own child is really different and can be challenging, and especially if you don't have some tips and tricks to help. So it's been really great to talk to some of you on the phone because I'm getting some more input and things that hindsight would have been really helpful in the very beginning. So here are a few things that are going to help you out, I hope, as you wrap up NTI packets. Number one, the packets are long. We were asked to develop packets that covered what we would be teaching in the course of a day at school. And that turns into a long packet. Obviously, I don't want your child sitting there all day long doing that work. That's not fun for them. It's not fun for you. And honestly, it's not great for them socially and emotionally with everything going on right now. They need to have time to play and to cuddle and read and blow off just some steam. So I saw something online, and I think it recommended that homeschool for a kindergartner would be like an hour to an hour and a half. Some of you, it's taking a lot longer than that if you're sitting down and you're doing just one whole packet every single day. Those packets are okay to split up. Go ahead and say, okay, we're going to do a little bit of reading and a little bit of math today. We're not going to finish the whole packet. Now, which one do you want to do first? And ask your child. I, in the classroom, always like to try to encourage them to do the thing that I know they're dreading first. So if I know that I have a couple different things for them to do, I'll say, you know what, guys, why don't we do this thing first? Because it's the least fun, and I know you don't like it as much. Then we will end with what you really like. And that's going to be different for each of your kids. Some of your kids really like math the best. Some of your kids really like reading the best. Some of your kids maybe don't have a preference, and what they choose to do first is going to change from day to day, and that's totally fine too. If there's one particular part, like the sentence writing, that they just dread every single time, you know your kid best, and it's okay to even say, you know what? Let's do our sentence writing first on this Monday morning, and we know we've got that finished. And then you can choose what we do next. So just take that packet, try to split it up, and think one packet for 2 days. If your child is okay with doing one packet a day, then that's fine too. Go with it. But I just want to make sure that you know you have permission to split those packets apart. So tip number one, split the packets apart. Tip number two, in the classroom, we are not sitting still for more than 20 minutes. So it's really difficult for your kids to sit down and do all of their work sometimes in one step. We tried to include YouTube videos and our resource charts in our NTI packets, and those are on our class website. And I will be making sure that I have days 26 through 30 posted this afternoon. But make sure that if your child is struggling to sit there for a long period of time, it's because that's not developmentally appropriate for them. So I encourage you to set a timer, and that'll be a great visual and or auditory. If it's not a clock they can watch for them, so that they can see and understand, okay, I have to do this work for 20 minutes. And then I'm going to get a break. So it's just like a little reward. In the classroom, I'd have them at their seats for 20 minutes and we'd do seat work, and then we would they'd get to stand up and walk to the floor, and we would get in a circle and we would do something whole group, or they would be able to do something with their partners before they would go back to their seat again. And it just helped to get that wiggle out, change, and transition for them. And so I encourage you at home, if they are struggling to sit there for long periods of time, try setting that timer. It'll be good for them, and it'll be a good reminder for you that, okay, they have given me 20 solid minutes. So now I'm going to give them 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes to do something. If you want that structure and routine, GoNoodle.com is a really great resource, and it has lots of get up and move dances and silly songs and stuff that they enjoy. We do those in the classroom. A lot of the YouTube videos that we've linked in the resources would be good for them to watch during that time. If you want to give them a little bit more flexibility, then you can say, okay, you can do whatever you want for 5 to 10 minutes, or you can give them 2 options. You can go play Legos for this period of time, or you can color or play with your dolls, or whatever another activity that they would like to do that's going to get them up, get them moving, kind of change their pace a little bit. Set the timer for them, though. If you're going to say you have 10 minutes of break time, I would set the timer for 9 minutes. And then when the timer goes off, you say, okay, 1 more minute. You need to start wrapping it up. Then we're going to come back to the table. That way they have a warning, and it's not just an abrupt like, oh, okay, stop playing right now, back to the table. They have a warning that it's coming, and that they're going to have that transition back. So those are the 2 biggest things I have heard from parents and aunts and uncles and grandparents that are helping with NTI packets, are just that the packets are really long. So my tip for that is split it up. 1 packet for every 2 days. Unless your child is not having a problem with it, then keep doing what you're doing. And the other is that they're just having so many fits with sitting there for long periods of time and doing the work. So set the timer, allow them to work for those 20-minute chunks. If 20 minutes is a breeze, you can even work to extend it for 25 minutes if you want. But I would start with 20 minutes, and then they get a 5 to 10 minute break, and then they come back for another 20 minutes, give them another 5 to 10 minute break, and then another 20 minutes. And that would be about an hour's worth of work. And hopefully you'll see in doing that they're going to be a lot more productive during those 20-minute blocks of working than if you would ask them to sit down and just do 1 hour straight, because they're going to lose steam and then it'll just be a fight the rest of the way. Keep your questions coming. There are no silly questions, as I tell my kids. Because there is probably an answer or a solution to make this easier for you at home. And that's one of my jobs right now, is just to support you in trying to make this as easy a process as it can be for you at home. So remember, you can always reach out, call me, email, Class Dojo, our Facebook group, send me a Facebook message. If none of those work, call the school. Mr. Hoskins will get a hold of me, I'm sure. But go ahead and reach out whenever you need me, and I will get those video links posted today. So, hope everybody's doing great. Happy Monday!